Hello, welcome back to my channel. Hi, today I'm talking about the criticism on people that move abroad naively. What is naively and why don't I like that so much as a term? When I look at what people are criticizing about other people moving abroad, it's often because they think they lack money, they think they lack experience, and they think they lack the language and the knowledge about the country. So money is indeed a big thing, but what does that really have to do with moving abroad? Like, people criticizing that lack of money are always focused on, yeah, but what if you fail and then you need to come back? So, of course, if you fail abroad, like whatever that means, I'm not a fan of failure either. Like, would you go back to your home country? Maybe yes, maybe no. It depends how much time you lived there. Like, for example, let's say an expat that emigrated and has built up its life in a new country and works there, and then whatever needs to find a new job or a different job and gets fired. And is that a failure? That would mean that you have to go back home. So that criticism on money and so on, I take it very distant. Like, if you want to move abroad, of course you should be able to sustain yourself for what you want to do. Like, if you are studying, you will need a budget for studying. If you don't have a work permit yet, you need to bridge that time in which you cannot have any income, or like work on distance with some advice to your home countries, online, or some international clients that you can deal with while being a tourist or something like that. But yeah, some savings, depending on how much you would like to spend, are not too bad. But on the other hand, like, how many people living in their own country have enough savings to sustain a long time? That doesn't happen that much either. I mean, this is also a big thing that people discuss, like, how long can you sustain, like, in your own country? And some people cannot do more than 1 or 2 months. So going abroad increases, of course, a bit the challenge, the excitement, the whatever. But yeah, if you're calculating your money more or less, I think that works. That's not naive. I mean, if you want to leave for 2 years, you don't need to have savings to live for 2 years. On the other hand, like, having nothing is very dangerous. Like, I really recommend to having this emergency budget of at least that you, like, if you live in a flat that is becoming dangerous, you can leave right away and get a hotel room, whatever it costs, spontaneously. This is, like, I think, a good thing in a country when you don't know anyone where you can go to. So the second point of criticism is lack of experience. Well, that's a very funny one, because that's what you want to gain by moving abroad. So yeah, I think the first times that any expat left, if he or she is not from a very international family, which is actually often the case, that people are the first ones to go abroad in their circle of friends and families, and so of course you're a bit naive. You don't know what to expect. This is why you're going. And many people are really motivated by this thing of, I want to find that out, I want to challenge myself, I want to get out of my comfort zone, I want to know what is there, like, what do other people do around the globe, or in this precise country that I'm dreaming of. Like, this is really the motivation. So the lack of experience doesn't mean you're naive. It means you have a lot to learn, and if you build your view on things, your mindset, like, not only on whatever opposing differences, but really to get into the vibe, to feel, to understand people. I mean, you can learn so much, and then you will have more and more experiences. And I don't think that's naive. I think that's a very, very important and big step. And everyone that's leaving for the first time, I wish you very, very, very exciting and enriching experience. So, and the last part was the lack of the language. So, yeah, if you don't know any word in a country where you cannot communicate, learn it, please. At least before leaving, a couple of 50 words and expressions to get along, and then increase continuously. There are so many language learning apps, there are so many tips and tricks, and depending on which level you're in, but don't, like, personally, even if you go on vacation, I cannot learn the language of any country that I'm visiting for vacation, of course, but you can learn in any language hello and thank you, which is quite cool to know. But then, that is not sufficient, of course. So learn a couple of words if you're moving abroad. If English is then the common language, maybe your English will increase very much and very rapidly. Because let's not forget that many expats that are leaving for a third country will communicate in that third country in English, which is not their mother tongue either. So there are big language challenges. Generally speaking, many people leave when they're younger to learn the language. And of course, you learn the language when you're in the country. This is what they say, and it's kind of true. I say kind of because you still need to integrate well. You need to read, you need to listen to music. There's many things that can prevent you from, like, even if you go to language school and then you go back to your mother tongue bubble, you will not learn that much. But language, leaving without knowing the language is not naive. It just means that you have a big chunk of work ahead of you. And I also wish you good luck for that if you're doing that right now. And keep me posted how it's going. Follow my channel if you want to get deep knowledge into how expats feel and what makes you a successful, happy expat. And I hope to see you again on my channel, and hope it's interesting for you. Have a great day.